Today I'm going to be making something really yummy, and this is my mini Oreo cheesecake. And here are the ingredients that we need. 8 ounces of cream cheese, 3/4 of a cup of Oreo baking crumbs, that's what's in this box right here. 4 Oreo cookies, this is 8 wafers. All I've done is remove the cream filling from each cookie. 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 4 tablespoons of salted butter, you may use unsalted if you wish, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So those are the ingredients. Let's get started. So for our first step, I want to melt my butter. So I'm going to get that into my bowl, and I'm just going to microwave this until it's melted. So my butter is microwaved and melted now. Simply grab your crumbs and get them right into the butter. Grab a fork and start stirring this together. And this is going to be the actual base for our lovely cheesecake. Once that is nicely combined, grab your little tin, and what I've done here is I have sprayed the bottom. I cut out a little round of parchment paper and just put that in there, and that just makes the parchment stick to the bottom. And this is a 6-inch diameter pan that I'm using. Then we're going to get all of our nice Oreo crumbs right into the bottom. Okay. Take a drinking glass and now just start pushing this all down and try to get it nice and even in the bottom. So pat it down so that it's really nice. You want to make sure that it's nice and firm, and that looks good, just like that. And then we're going to pop this into the fridge just to chill down a little bit while we make our filling. For our first step, we're going to get all of our lovely cream cheese into our bowl, and I'm using Philadelphia cream cheese. You can use any brand that you wish. Then I'm going to get all of my granulated sugar into there, and then I'll grab my mixer, and we'll start combining this. So what I want to do here is I want to cream the cream cheese and the sugar together. Okay, once that's combined, we can add in our first egg, then our second egg, and all of our vanilla. Alright, that's good, and then we'll add in our lovely sour cream. So we'll get all of that beautiful sour cream into our mixture, and that already smells amazing. There we go. Then we'll mix this in. Okay, that's perfect. The last thing that we need to add is our Oreo cookies, and I've got them here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into a baggie, and I'm just going to roll over them with my rolling pin just to break them down. I do want to have, you know, kind of larger kind of chunks. I don't want them to be, you know, like a dust. I just want to have nice little crumbs, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I've put them into a little baggie. You just zip that up, and then just go over it with a rolling pin, you know, or a tin of peas or whatever you have handy. Okay, I've crushed all of my Oreo cookies, and I'm just going to get them right in there. That looks good. And if you want to use more than I did, feel welcome to. As many as you want. And I'm just going to mix those in. And that looks pretty good. Just like that. Now here's an optional step. Remember the actual crumb that we used for our base. If you wanted to add a little bit more Oreo into there, you could take, say, a tablespoon and just get that in there as well. And then just mix that in. Just for a little bit extra Oreo goodness. So mix well, and then we are ready to fill our pan. And I wish you could smell this. This smells really good. Perfect. So now let's fill our pan. So here we have our pan. Our Oreo base is nicely chilled, and I'll just get all of this into the pan. And I do have my oven set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, this smells so good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is ready to go into my oven. I'm gonna bake this for about 1 hour, 60 minutes. So it's perfect. I'm gonna pop this into my 350-degree oven and I'll see you in a while. So I'm back many hours later. I baked my cheesecake for a total of 1 hour at that 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then what I did was I let it cool for about half an hour. Then I put it into the fridge for about 6 hours. So it's many, many hours later, and now I want to unmold this. And right now this is extremely cold. I'm going to grab a hairdryer. And all I want to do is just heat up the sides just so that it's going to unmold a little bit better. So you just want to go around like this, just a little bit. And that's just going to soften up the edges. And I do have this on high. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Then grab yourself a little palette knife, and I'm just going to go around. I can feel already that this is warmer, so that's good. And then just grab your knife and go all the way around. And remember that parchment paper we put at the bottom? That's going to make this easy to pop out. So we're just going to go around. Okay. Let's flip this. And look at this. Perfect. And we'll grab another cooling tray just so that we can flip it over. Make sure you grab both of them really well because you don't want your cheesecake sliding out. And then flip it over. And here, there we have it. Oh, and that smells so good. As soon as I removed it from the tin, I could smell that Oreo base. Oh, really, really nice. To finish this off, I'm going to show you how to quickly make a dark chocolate ganache that we're going to use on our beautiful cheesecake. So what I have here is 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. This is 35% cream. I also have 1 cup of dark chocolate, and I have slightly heaped it because there are air pockets that are in here. If I really, really cut all of this chocolate down and gave it a good shake, it would go right down. So I just want to make sure that I've got a good cup there. This is Swiss chocolate. It's 72% cocoa. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that and pour that right into my heated cream. I heated this in the microwave for just over a minute. It's very hot. And what I want to do now is I just want to let the cream start melting all of that beautiful chocolate. And there's no need to stir at this point. You can let this sit for a minute or two. You just want the chocolate and the cream to just slowly become friends. So you want them to get acquainted with one another. You can give it a little shake. You just want to make sure that everything's covered. Just like that, and we're just going to let that sit for about 2 minutes. So I'm going to stop the camera here and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is about 2 minutes later. I'm going to grab a small whisk, and just from the center, I'm just going to start stirring a little bit. You don't have to whisk hard. Just gentle, gentle, gentle. And you're going to see the action starting to happen here. Beautiful magic. You can see the chocolate and the cream are slowly combining. And imagine this on top of our Oreo cheesecake. So you just keep stirring. Oh, that smells so good. Make sure it's all nicely combined. And there we have it. So at this point you can see how thin the chocolate is, but I'm going to pop this into the fridge and that's going to thicken it up quite a bit. And then we're going to put it onto our beautiful Oreo cheesecake. Oh, that smells so good. So I'm going to chill this down and I'll be back in a little while. So my ganache cooled down, and what I did was I put it into a squeezable bottle, and now we're just going to drizzle some of this beautiful ganache right over the top of our Oreo cheesecake. Oh, that looks awesome. And you can put on a little bit or a lot. And that looks, I'd say, great. Just like that. Perfect. So at this point I'm going to let this chill down. I'm also going to put my ganache back into the fridge. We're going to chill it down, we're going to whip it up, and we're going to finish this beautiful cake off. So my chocolate ganache has been chilling in the fridge for a good 2 hours right now, and I want to show you how firm this is. This is what happens when you chill a good quality chocolate with heavy cream. You can see how thick this is. Many people have commented that they, cannot get it this thick. And if that is the case, what you can do is increase the amount of chocolate to cream ratio. So in other words, instead of using half and half, you can increase the chocolate, say, to 60% or 75%, whatever works. You have to try different things and see what works with your chocolate and the cream that you're using. But you can see how thick that has become. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to whip this up with my hand beater. I'm going to put it into a piping bag, and we're going to finish off our lovely cheesecake. So what I have done is I've taken my ganache and I have whipped it up with my hand mixer. And I just did that before I started filming. I have put it into a piping bag with a star tip, and we're just going to pipe on some nice little rosettes. And you can see how nice this ganache sets up. Really, really nice. Very firm so that you can actually whip it and use it like this. For our last step, I have some mini Oreo cookies. You can see how small these are. And I'm just going to take one and place it onto each rosette. And you can place it this way if you wish, or this way. It doesn't matter. And that completes our mini Oreo cheesecake. Look at that. Let me bring the camera down and zoom in a little bit. So I've just zoomed in and I'm just giving a little spin here so you can see the whole Oreo cheesecake. So the only thing left to do is to cut into this and take a slice. So here I am again. We're ready to cut into our beautiful Oreo cheesecake. Oh, look at that. I'll bring this over here so you can see. Oh, it smells so good. Let me turn this around. And I'll just zoom in. Okay, I've zoomed in just to show you a little closer up. Oh, that looks amazing. Look at that. Really, really, really nice. So there we have it. We've come to the end of another video. This is my mini Oreo cheesecake with dark chocolate ganache. The only thing to do is to try some out. Oh, that's really good. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you wish. I do appreciate that. That's it for today, and I'll see you next time.